What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. For all those that are new, welcome. I'm DarkHour717. With the latest Inside Star Citizen bringing forth knowledge that the gameplay of Security Outpost Koreah and Klescher rehabilitation will be soon changing drastically, I wanted to take a moment to look at and discuss the new features coming and what they could mean to the verse, as well as some concerns in regards to the new gameplay that we'll soon be seeing. Before we get into it though, if you enjoy these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button and help me get the videos out to more people. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you to everybody that has already subscribed. Also stick around till the end to see how you can get entered in to win an Anvil Centurion with LTI and the Beachhead paint. Now, if you have not seen the latest episode of Star Citizen Live, I definitely recommend you check it out, as it brings to light a number of changes coming to the verse as far as crime stat clearing, PvP, and new gameplay loops. As a brief recap, what we'll be seeing as far as Security Outpost Koreah is concerned is the fact that Crusader Security is reactivating the outpost, outfitting it with an entire staff as well as storing illegal contraband for safekeeping. Originally designed to really be a PvP type hub for the Stanton system, Koreah never really lived up to its potential and eventually was left by the wayside, mostly abandoned with no real gameplay except an occasional NPC mission. The fact that over time it was no longer really a difficulty to go there and be able to clear your crime stat. With a level 1 or 2 crime stat, you really had no risk other than the turrets. And yes, a level 3 or higher may produce a player running bounties occasionally, but the days there was an actual security force that you had to fight through to complete the clearing have been long gone. This is really about to change though, as new life is about to be breathed into this old outpost. With the new setup, what we'll be seeing coming to Koreah is of course new NPCs in the form of a security force. Along with them will be a security force captain. Take him out, you can activate a contraband dispenser using his datapad that will enable you to steal and eventually sell the items for profit. Along with this, we'll be seeing the fact that once enough guards have been taken out, a server-wide mission will be sent to all of those with no crime stat, employing them to come stop you, thus creating a large-scale, more in-depth PvP-type environment and experience. What this also brings is the closing of the underground facilities and the ability to clear your crime stat at these locations. As far as changes, we will be seeing within Klescher, NPC characters inside the mines that can be killed and looted that may have items that can assist in completing your sentence. New mission types within the prison, including missions to take down ultra-violent NPC prisoners, a location deep within the mine that allows you to gain missions from outside the facility if you're not looking to complete your sentence. So some very exciting things coming to put new feel and features into these two locations that have really started to feel dated. This of course brings up a number of things, but first let's look at the positives of these new additions. The new addition of these gameplay features really touch on something that has really been lacking. As for Koreah, it is the PvP side of the game. Though Jumptown was and in some ways assists with the feature PvP gameplay, it really missed the mark in a lot of ways, as it really is hit or miss whether you'll be finding PvP there when it is running or just a huge conga line of everyone working together. This on top of the limited times that it is running leaves the PvP community with very little organized gameplay available to them. Remember, PvP is a part of Star Citizen. Always has been, always will be, and there are some that agree with that and others that do not. And then some that actually use it as an excuse for other underhanded actions. But it is a part of the game, and one in which I think CIG has severely missed the mark in supporting. Though over the last year, a lot has come along to help with this, from Fight or Flight Tournament as well as Jumptown in some regard. The changes to Koreah bring with it the opportunity for a PvP event to be triggered and kicked off at any time and not be dependent on any dynamic event schedule. This is definitely a plus in my mind, as it produces the opportunity of not only ship-to-ship combat, but FPS combat as well. It also provides an opt-in or opt-out choice that as a player you can make. If you're a legal player, when the mission comes across, you can just choose to not participate. If you have a crime stat, then your options are to go to Koreah and attempt to clear it, or continue on until you're caught and serve out your sentence in Klescher, as Koreah will be the only place available to clear your crime stat. As for Klescher, the positive side is the introduction of all new and different options if you are imprisoned. This is exciting, as Klescher rehabilitation has really ceased to be what it once was. When first introduced, the act of ending up there was enough to frustrate and cause a log off for many players. The escape from prison was stiugh a challenge, though it was the fastest way out to get back into the verse. Over time though, Klescher really kind of slipped away and in some ways really stopped being the challenge it once was. The mining has always been an option to earn your way out, though eventually we saw maintenance missions added. And this really turned Klescher from a deterrent to nothing more than a minor inconvenience. With the ability to clear a 13-hour crime set in 30 minutes or less using O2 missions, there was really no concern if you ended up there. The escape was no longer the best option to get out of Klescher, as the act of running through the caves, getting picked up, getting a hacking chip, and going to a bunker or SPK to clear your crime stat realistically took 3 to 4 times longer than just running the maintenance missions. And with new obstacles put into the path of the escape route, these really only made it more fun the first time or two that you did the escape, and then it was just too easy to do maintenance again, no matter how much time you were sentenced to. Now, with additional gameplay within the prison system, this could actually lead to more time you will want to be in Klescher, as well as the ability to stay inside and receive missions from outside the prison that will require you to stay incarcerated. Though I do not see the new additions for Klescher turning into any more of a deterrent than what it was before, I think the changes to SPK and the clearing of your crime set will fill that purpose. I see these new features as a plus for the time that you'll be inside, as eventually all players do make it to Klescher at some point. And this brings me to the concerns with the new additions. Star Citizen has one major problem when it comes to this gameplay loop, and that is the crime stat system. While the basis of this system makes sense and in some shape or form it has always been present, as time has gone on, we have seen growth and advancement in the way that it works. Originally set up that if you got a crime stat when you got killed, the crime stat was gone and you got a clean slate when someone claimed your bounty. Then it advanced to the first iteration of what we see today with hacking chips and the option to clear your crime stat. This was originally done at SPK, and this also moved us into the introduction of Klescher as well as the underground facilities and going to jail. While at first many were frustrated and those not into piracy or illegal activities did what they could to avoid ending up there, it was soon discovered that this was actually easier said than done. Finding that it really did not take much to end up with a crime stat inadvertently just by playing alongside friends to participating in completely legal missions. All it took was one accidental shot or someone crossing into your line of fire and you were now a wanted criminal. Though over the time this issue has been improved with the more forgiving system that we have today, as well as the ability to clear level 1 crime stats through terminals throughout the verse. It is still very broken though. With just loading up a Greycat PTV on a friend's ship, you could find yourself on the wrong side of the law. This being so well known that Jared even alluded to it in the Inside Star Citizen video, commenting that even looking at an elevator in the wrong way can get you a crime stat. In all honesty, it's not quite that easy, but it is not too far off from the truth. This really brings me to the hopes that I have with the new systems coming in. As always in Spectrum, people rose to give their opinions and their concerns with it, and many great ideas are listed as well as some unreasonable ones. But I think that the message to take away from all the posts is that the crime stat system is broken. Not as bad as it once was, but still severely broken. So my hopes are that we'll be seeing something more to be done to really address this with the new gameplay. And no, I don't expect that we'll reach perfection in the first go around. But the system should be looked at, and this would be the time to do it. So ideas that may be possible, and I hope that they actually consider, is 1. Revamp the crime stat clearing system. Allow not only a tier 1 crime stat, but also a tier 2 crime stat to be cleared through a fine. Just as it is today, go to a terminal, pay a fine, be done with it. This allows those who accidentally earned a crime stat to much more easily get rid of it, as most friendly fire incidents and non-piracy result in no more than a level 2 in most cases. Illegal missions, piracy, or griefing tends to launch a player directly to level 3 or higher, and this could be the delineation between misdemeanor and felony. This will also allow those who are playing the legal side of things who do not intend for it to happen to not be forced into Klescher or PvP if they don't want to be. This will also assist in dynamic events in which friendly fire incidents all too often occur. This could also greatly be improved through a mobiGlas app that allows you to go in and pay the fine without having to go to another site, kind of like mailing the check into the court. Possibly an entry in the journal that could allow you to check and click a button to pay the fines. Though this may not be an easily implemented solution and could allow those acting outside the law extended times before they reach that level 3. Though this could be countered through the use of a cooldown after paying off any fine if any other crime is detected that results in a direct level 3 rating. And another point is to make Klescher more difficult in exiting. As I mentioned, Klescher really has become nothing more than barely an inconvenience at this point. With the ease of doing O2 missions to earn your way out, and during the times that it isn't available or working, the escape route is fairly easy. Crank the difficulty up a notch. This will make it formidable again, and also may bring back a small feeling of being a risk for those on the illegal side. Piracy is a gameplay loop, and a legitimate one at that in Star Citizen. Currently, where the legal players have everything to lose when encountering pirates, there really is no real risk or reward for those playing at being pirates. What little they can gain by their actions, they cannot sell for much. The dynamic events that employ piracy lacks an overall payout for them, and as far as risk, if they fail, they go to Klescher and are out in a matter of minutes and carrying back on with their activities. And in no way am I blaming those who are pirates for this. These are players that want to participate in a specific role and function in the game, just the same as someone who wants to be a miner or a trader or even a bounty hunter. I feel it is really a gameplay aspect that really has little to no growth in a very long time in Star Citizen, and I think for a while now that many have agreed the payoff for pirates needs growth as well. I truly am excited for the new gameplay and features coming to both Koreah and Klescher. I think this is definitely long overdue, especially for the PvP community, and the potential is immense for these changes. They really have the opportunity to bring more enjoyment and excitement to the verse. Though there is a concern that if the long-term underlying issue with the crime set and legal system in Star Citizen is not addressed as well, that this could end up not living up to its full potential, which would be really disappointing as the new features look absolutely amazing. Let me know what you think though, and what your feelings are about the new systems coming in for Koreah and Klescher. Would love to hear everyone's opinion on it. But don't forget to get your entries in for the Anvil Centurion with LTI and the Beachhead paint giveaway. Just subscribe here and leave a comment on any video to automatically be entered. You can also head over to Twitch and give a follow for a second entry. Also catch the stream over there every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The winner is going to be drawn on September 1st. And if you'd like to help support the channel, check out the merch store as well as the join button for a membership as low as 99 cents per month, or even give a super thanks. I want to say thank you everybody for watching, and please be safe out there, and we will catch you in the verse.